Okay, guys, this is an Excel. I have a file that is for my checkbook, and I think this will help everybody in reducing bank charges that like to sneak in. I used to have a bad problem with not knowing what was in my accounts, being disorganized to where I had to go to buy something, purchase something, get embarrassed because my card was declined. We've all gone through that card decline problem, and usually that in turn leads to some kind of bank charge, bad overdraft charge, usually a $30 or plus each hit. So you kind of want to make sure you try to reduce those as much as possible. Quickly your paycheck can go to paying fees that should have never been charged in the first place for. But uh, uh, this is an I call it a program, but a program that I utilize daily, so that in real time, because it will show up on my iPad, my iPhone, my tablet, whatever I want it to show up on. Um, I can quickly have access to that in real time. Usually my phone at work or something, or go to the store and I'll buy something, and I can pull up that almost immediately, and it'll tell me what's in all my accounts. Let's go through that real fast and show you what I've done. And this is kind of a paycheck by paycheck basis. This is for somebody that's I mean, you could utilize it if you have a wealth of income that's coming through, or you're at poverty level and you're just struggling paycheck to paycheck to pay your bills and get your stuff done. A lot of us are disorganized with checkbooks. At least I was, and this is one reason I created this. So you can kind of play around with this and make your own. I make them for a small fee, but you can make your own. If you do want me to make one, just give me a buzz at my email, hypersport1 at AOL.com or gmail.com, either one. Hypersport and the letter number one. That will get, if you have any questions about this or anything you want done. Um, Maybe you're having problems with something, just give me an email and I'll email you back. And or if you want something made, just email and we'll get details. So anyways, this is kind of locked down. When you scroll down, you can see that I'm scrolling down right now, and what that does is it leaves the banks on the top, tells me what's in them, what's pending, what my bank balance is in real time, so that I don't have any problems. Or I wouldn't say, I don't know if real time would be the word, because Excel, I can't utilize it to suck in banks information to be able to give me that real time. So I guess it would be updated daily as you update your checkbook. Um, we all have a checkbook that we run. I run electronically mine through this. So anyways, as you can see, the banks are on the top. My credit cards are right here. I have a Walmart card, credit Capital One card, Capital One, and then also up on the top we've got our Bank of America, American Savings, my Altura account, and Hawaii USA. What I've done is I put the credit cards next to them so that I can utilize that information, blow it up real fast if I need to see something like a month and a date of the expiration date of the credit card. Um, and then on another page, I have the codes for the backs and stuff like that, so that I have that information as well. But this is able to utilize more information quickly to access to see where you're at, and this helps me do that. So with this Bank of America, you can see that I'll go through my checkbook. What I usually do, and I'll move this over as I'm doing this. Okay, there we go. Where's my camera go? Oh, okay. So what I've done is I've created this file to where I just enter into this checkbook. What this top here is my bills that I have, my paychecks that are coming in, and or the income that's coming in, and the bills that are going out. Some of them are automatic bill payments. Most of them are not. I don't like to pay bills at a certain date. I like them to pay them when they need to be paid. So what I'll do is I'll enter this information here, and as you can see, this is my kind of move this over here real quick again. Okay, so I got my paycheck 1 and paycheck 2, and if you look over here, you'll see that I have paycheck 1 there with the first half of the month usually, and then the second half of the month, but that's kind of more in depth in terms of not a specific date, but when a bill is due and won't be late, because you don't want the late fee again. That's what we're trying to eliminate. So I don't utilize this part as much as I do the information that's on the banks going through, but you want to make sure that you have the information at hand if you need it, and it helps you get a kind of an offhand basis on each item. So what I'll do is I'll go through the top real quick, on the checkbook at least. This light blue here is that's some of the things that are going to be direct deposited or direct deducted out of the account, and where it's coming out of, and when it comes out, it'll pop up at that time. So let's go, like if we were going to just yesterday or today. What I've done is I went to the gas station yesterday and I utilized my merit card. Well, say I didn't utilize that didn't want to utilize that merit card. Well, I'll just pull up this and pop up the look down, and it'll ask me what account do I want to utilize it out of. So let's say that I didn't want to use that, or I didn't use the merit card. We'll give both scenarios. We'll give before I was, say I'm at the store. Let's start this over. I'm going to do this so it's easier for you guys to understand. If something were to happen today, okay, I'm gonna go to the store today, and I'm gonna so I'm gonna put 97 and oops 97. Okay, and then I'm gonna move over to I don't really utilize this column too much, but anyways, this column is where I'm going to utilize what account. So I can quickly go, okay, well, let's see what if again, this is before I'm in the store. Maybe I'm in the store getting ready to purchase something, and I want to know what I have available. So I'll pull this up on my iPhone, and you can see that you got, okay, I got my first Hawaiian, I've got 380 in there. Okay, that's no problem. I can utilize that card, or my credit card. I can utilize that. Okay, I've got available credit of 419 on that card. There's a balance owed right now of 180, so that's what I owe that credit card company. Same thing with this one, Capital One. I've got 75 available. So say I was gonna go to a restaurant and probably pay $100 bill, I wouldn't want to use that Capital One. I'm gonna obviously get overdraft charges and all kinds of problems. So I would jump over to, okay, an available credit card. Definitely that Merit One would be, the Merit credit card would be fine. Even this Capital One right here would be okay. Even if I'm at Walmart over here in this corner, I got a Walmart card and I can utilize it. I got a 500 available on it. I don't have anything that's locked down on it. So that helps out for that information. So okay, again, I'm at the store and I'm getting ready to purchase something, and it costs maybe $35. Okay, so I've got 35. I can pretty much use anything, so I'm just gonna pick one. I'm gonna take my Capital One here, and I'm gonna go down here to, again, today. You know what, I'll use another card since I've used so much of the Capital One. I know I've got available and everything. Even my banks I can utilize. So I'll use a bank, for example. Okay, so we're gonna put probably or whatever the bill. We think it's going to be $35. Okay, well, we think it's going to be $35. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to just type out what's normally $35. I don't even know what normally. Some groceries. So we're going to put groceries. Okay, so then we're gonna move over to where it says over here where we got the bank. So this is where we're gonna pick the bank. Okay, if you look, I'm gonna choose First Hawaiian. Okay, look at that First Hawaiian. Now, as I choose this, it's gonna take that deduction and what the heck? Get this out of here. Okay, so it's going to again, let me bring all this stuff up forward here. Okay, so if you look, this First Hawaiian, if I utilize it at Bank of America, why isn't that? Okay, see how it moved it and it changed out the money on it. So it gave you a good lead. Okay, so I think it's going to be 35 bucks. It took that out. Now I have a pending account of $35 on that account. It already took it out, so I don't have to worry about, even if this adds up and I'm doing multiple transactions, it would show up right there. So the bank balance is what the actual physical bank is showing. You know how the bank, they have available funds and bank balances and all that kind of stuff. This is your bank balance. So, and then after you were going to make that purchase of that $35, okay, now say for example I'm going to utilize I'm going to go ahead and put that back to the First Hawaiian because I originally wanted that out of the First Hawaiian. So we'll take that back out. You'll see that go back up, and then this will go back to over 345 pending and $35 charge. Okay, so what we do is now that we have that that charge, we can trying to think of okay, yes, there. Okay, so we can go back and utilize the information here. Say we got some bills that are due, which I have due, showing up before my next paycheck. My next paycheck. Oh, this is kind of behind, so I want to actually. I would need to update this a little bit. But my paycheck just passed, and I've got a few bills that I already have paid, and some that are still waiting to be paid. The ones that are waiting to be paid have the names put there, Merrick credit card. But say I didn't want Merrick to be that one that utilized that. Maybe I want to utilize something else. I can by just changing this information here. I can utilize any one of my cards that I have, and put that information towards my overall bank balance or bank charge right here. You see over here on the to the left, I've got the banks after the bills. What's pending? That $35 charge is pending now, and a bank balance of $917. So that would be what I utilize is the bank after the bills. That's the one that gives me the most up-to-date information, so I know I won't have any kind of overdraft problem. The bills over here, this is your bills month to month. The bill one is over here. If you look, I've got paycheck 1 and 2. That's your 1 and 2 on all this side. So you got your total month, your bills, your paycheck, credit cards, how much is available, and then how much if you were to have an emergency situation and you had to liquefy everything. This would give you your total, what you have in savings, what you have in stocks, what you have in credit cards, even everything. If you were to liquefy it, max everything out, what you would have available to do that. That's kind of handy information if you were to ever have an emergency. That's something that you could depend on. I don't use it much because I'm not in an emergency situation where I need to use it yet, but it's there if I need it. So what I have in my savings account, 249, where that comes from is it comes from this here, your bank balance, which is 245, or I'm sorry, not, yeah, savings account. So savings account, savings balance right here. See that 911, and then see if I scroll over here to the right side, you'll see that I have a savings of 200 over there. So that's what was that so far? That was 219. Oh, 911. And then also over here, if you see a savings, there's 40. So all that adds up to that 249. Now the bank after bills is the same thing. It's this information linked together. The pending information is all the black boxes linked together, and that's this one's for the banks, and then also for the balance owed would be what these bottom ones are for the credit cards, because they charge different times, different amounts, and you got to keep current with all that information. All that stuff stays up to date, so you're cool as long as you update your checkbook daily. Then you will never have a problem. If you're somewhat like me, where I won't remember an amount of something, maybe I'll pull up that bank. How I utilize this best for me is I utilize, most time I'm in the store. I have enough in my account, so I don't have to worry about an overdraft that way. But however, when I get home, in the morning time I'll update everything, and I update that through the checkbook. Um, so I can I'll audit the checkbook sometimes when I'll pull up the bank and see what their balance is and make sure it matches. See if I got anything that was tapped in that I didn't realize, so that way in the future, the next month, that won't hit me again. That seems to always help out. So what we can do is I want to show you on how to do all that information. Sorry if this video is long and tedious and stupid as far as the information being very vague. I'm going to utilize this as somebody that's pretty good with Excel and moving around in it. I utilize a couple things, so different areas for different things, obviously. So I want to show you guys how I got this done, and how you can utilize this information so that you can tap into it and utilize it for yourself, because that makes it really handy when you're trying to work with something. I'm gonna probably do a video for each little detail thing, so that if you want to know how to, for example, my videos are going to show what you can do for, say you want to highlight a color. Every time it says First Hawaiian, it's going to come up with this color scheme. Say for example with my Capital One, it's in this color. It'll come up that color every time, and this drop down feature that you're seeing right here. I'll also show you on how you can add the cells, get the cells together to add for the current amount, whether or not it's First Hawaiian or Bank of America, separating those accounts, and also getting their charges in there so that you don't have that problem of somebody getting the information and utilizing something. Or my biggest benefit to this is knowing what's in my accounts every day, and being able to raise the bar on my credit score by keeping my bills in a running tandem without being overdrafted or maxed out on any one thing. That seems to benefit quite a bit. But a lot of this stuff you may not know. Most of the stuff you should know kind of the basics on, as far as how to do color schemes like what I've got here, as far as just the overall parameters, where a credit card, maybe you got that mirror look to it, or this red glow around it. How if this were to become a negative, it'll go red. This pending, how it goes away when you take something out of here, out of your checkbook. All this information is done through another program or another YouTube video I'll show you how to do. But it comes in really handy. I utilize this so much, you wouldn't believe on what you would need to, how handy this can become when you're in a crucial situation. We don't like to get embarrassed and not know what you have. So this makes it work out great. So if you need any more information, please email me, and I'll be able to walk you through something, or we can communicate some other way. But we can get that information, and I can show you how this will help you in any way in the future. Thanks.